What's going on, guys? It is the cheapest wrestler in the world, and we are back with another episode of Talk is Cheap. And last night was the WWE TLC pay-per-view, and there's so much to talk about. It was bananas. So if you haven't watched it yet and you do not want spoilers, you have about, maybe 3 seconds or so to click this link and watch another one of my videos and come back to this one later.
Talk is cheap.
On Talk is Cheap, we talk all about all things professional wrestling, but obviously, we have to address the elephant in the room. Last night, WWE had a very epic pay-per-view in WWE TLC. I've been online a bunch this morning. I see it's gotten rave reviews, and I completely agree. So let's start things off. What a way to kick off the show with the WWE Championship, where we saw Drew McIntyre successfully defend his WWE title against a scrappy AJ Styles, and The Miz unsuccessfully cashed in. So The Miz, they decided not to go with him as champ. I think a lot of people were surprised by this, but yeah, great match overall. Love to see Drew McIntyre do his thing. And yeah, great way to start off the pay-per-view. Fantastic way to start off the pay-per-view. Now, the second highlight of the night to me is Sasha Banks retaining her title against Carmella in an excellent match. A lot of people don't give Carmella the credit she is due. No, she's not one of the four horsewomen or anything like that, but she holds her own in the ring. So I think she deserves more props. Shout out to Carmella and Sasha Banks for tearing it down. Sasha Banks retains. Hurt Business Rocks. Hurt Business Rocks. All right, so it doesn't have the same kind of flow as New Day, but the Hurt Business snatched those tag team titles away from the New Day, and I think it was a great move. I think a lot of people agree. We are ready to see what the Hurt Business does with these tag team championships. But also, we see a little bit of tension between Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Curious to see where it goes, but hopefully it just means more personality for both entertainers. Ain't no business like Hurt Business, baby. Woo! The Queen has returned. Asuka needed a partner now that Lana was out due to Nia Jax. And we see Charlotte Flair come back and take what's rightfully hers. And I know you guys might be saying, well, she never had it to begin with, but it's still rightfully hers. Bow down to the Queen and new tag team champion, which makes Charlotte a Grand Slam champion. Congratulations to the Queen. This match to me was a surprise, and I think a lot of people felt the same way. Roman Reigns defending his Universal Championship against Kevin Owens. Right out of the gate, everything was stacked up against Kevin Owens, but most people thought this match would be short. In fact, it was quite the opposite. Kevin Owens held his own, and to the point where you were like, are they going to really make Kevin Owens win? And this was crucial for his career because he was kind of just floating there, a little stagnant. And I think even though he lost the match, a lot of people are like, yes, that is why we cheered for Kevin Owens to begin with. This is why he made it to the WWE. This is why he was so popular in NXT. This is the Kevin Owens we missed. In some other news, his showing must have been so good because Kevin Owens gets a second opportunity to go against Roman Reigns for the Universal title this Friday on SmackDown in a steel cage. And finally, we have Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt, the Fiend Bray Wyatt, in a Firefly Funhouse match where we saw Randy Orton not only take the victory, but take the life of the Fiend and burned him into ashes. What? Murder! There's a lot of rumors that Angel Garza will be getting a push very, very soon, and he has a new bae, if you will, an Eva Marie. What do we think about that? Obviously, the last time Eva Marie was in WWE, people were not a big fan of her. So, do you think the rumors are true? Will she be returning as Angel Garza's arm candy? Or is that just rumor? Recently, AEW has shocked the wrestling world with the introduction of Sting! And also Kenny Omega on Impact Wrestling. It's a crazy time for wrestling, but I'm definitely enjoying it. So now we're going to see Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, versus the Impact champion, Rich Swann, and the Motor City Machine Guns. That takes place January 16th. A lot of people are asking, what's going to come of this? And that's what I really want to know. What ultimately is going to come of this? The merger or kind of, sharing wrestlers here and there, that's nice, but They need to do something big, whether it be some sort of like an invasion storyline, maybe have Kenny Omega take the Impact Championship from Rich Swann and hold both titles. I think that would be epic. In other news, the wrestler formerly known as Brodus Clay, the Funkasaurus in WWE, Tyrus, is under the hot seat as he has a sexual harassment allegation against him from his time helping out Fox News. Ladies and gentlemen, just take this gem with you. Be very, very careful on what you post, on what you text, any sort of message you send, emails. Those things can come back and bite you big time. So always be appropriate, no matter what the case is, because these things can be held against you. So just always keep that in mind. Be smart. I am the cheapest wrestler in the world, Matt Rivera, and this was another episode of Talk is Cheap. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button like it owes you money, and I'll see you guys real soon. Peace!